Kind exhibit is opening today at RIT. A student inspired by a unique course is connecting the work of a celebrated alum with her own family history. And as Karen Edward tells us, the goal is to encourage others to look into their own family archives.
Reframing history through lens and legacy.
It's almost a form of a protest, in my opinion, because it lets people know that they're not alone, that their history is important, that they're important.
An inspiring message from Athena Lemon, a student at RIT, creating a unique exhibit after taking a one-of-a-kind course.
A lot of times as African Americans, we could feel like we're alone in a lot of spaces. And so I identify with that, which is another reason why I started a course like this.
Professor Joshua Rashaad McFadden's Race, Civil Rights, and Photography class introduced Lemon to the work of Bernie Boston, a Black RIT graduate who went on to become a celebrated Pulitzer Prize nominated photojournalist.
I hadn't known about him before Professor McFadden's class, but I can say that I won't ever forget him. His work is everywhere. He's documented so many important parts of our history.
And students here can get a first-hand look at some of Boston's work thanks to the RIT archive.
If we know the history about Frederick Douglass and also how he understood the importance of photography, I had no doubt that there would be something just as important here on campus, such as Bernie Boston's archive.
And to be able to have students come in here and see themselves reflected in the collections and to build off their own stories and narratives is like everything.
Boston's archive motivating Lemon to look into her family history and create her own archive.
My goal was to use my family as an example of Black life for these big events that Bernie Boston documented.
One of those events, the 1985 racially motivated Philadelphia move bombing, pairing Boston's historic photos.
It really sets the scene for what life in Philadelphia was like for a lot of the citizens there.
With her family memories.
Even in the midst of the trauma that the Black community has been through throughout the years, we also have the family archive that exhibits Black joy and the fact that we've never lost that joy. And there's nothing that can steal that joy from us.
The Reframing History Through Lens and Legacy exhibit, it's now open at RIT's University Gallery.
We had a story a moment ago about Franklin Florence II, and I remember how much his dad impacted this community. Carrying on. And this is open to the public, so people can go and see it?
It's open through March 9th, and it's so exciting. I didn't even get all the way into it. This was a love story to her grandparents, and what's really special is when you go, it's going to really make you want to talk about and think about those moments you have with your own family, those memories.
Great story. Thank you, Karen.